Tonight on News 5 Live, a new board of director is named for the Port of Belize Limited. The Christian Workers Union says it was never consulted. The remains of a suspected drug plane are found deep in southern Belize. Guatemala applies to join as an interested party in Sapodilla Key claim. And Floralia bus runs in the south comes to a screeching halt. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, pay $28.13 more and get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
The deals continue this massive season. Starting December 12th until December 24th, it's 12 straight days of massive deals with up to 25% off on selected items each day. From grills to appliances and more. Every day, you get a new opportunity to take advantage of new items on sale. Check out our website and social media platforms for updates each day. Deals, P-Bucks, rewards, everything is massive this season at Belize.
Daddy, buy me one Carol consomme.
Carol consomme. Carol, Mr. Sam, give me a...
You want egg? Oh, you want consomme? Carol consomme.
Carol consomme. The best taste and the best price. Less fat, more flavor. Carol consomme. Available in packets for only 20 cents and a half-pound jar for only $2.75. Less fat, more flavor, more savings.
Give me a...
Carol consomme.
Taste the savings. Love the flavor.
Available at 88 Shopping Center, Publix Supermarket, TJ Supermarket, Ming Superstore, Sugar City Supermarket, and you can also find it at your favorite supermarkets.
Season's greetings
to our cherished
Channel 5 family.
As the festive lights twinkle
and we gather around the mistletoe,
we reflect on a year of storytelling
that has both challenged and inspired us.
we've launched groundbreaking series
that captivated viewers across the country
and beyond.
We've won prestigious awards
for journalistic and production excellence.
We expanded our community outreach,
touching lives
beyond the screen.
Your loyalty
fuels our passion
for innovation
and drives us to new heights.
Thank you for making our achievements possible as we look forward to creating more memorable moments with you in the coming year.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Monday, December 11th. I am Sabrina Daly. A new interim board of directors has been appointed by Prime Minister John Bersenio to replace the outgoing executives at the Port of Belize Limited. As part of its takeover of the facility, the government of Belize has proceeded with the selection of an acting chairman, along with 6 other board members. In a statement released earlier today, the Office of the Prime Minister announced that Dr. Gilbert Canton has been appointed as chair of PBL, to be supported by Elena Smith, Priscilla Banner, Warren Koyi, Lady Urbina, Carlton Young, and Major Lloyd Jones at the senior level of the company. As we reported last Thursday, the Port Acquisition and Settlement Deeds Bill 2023 was debated and approved in the House of Representatives. The proposed piece of law, which allows government to purchase PBL from the Ashcroft Group, was also tabled before the Upper House today, with Leader of Government Business, Senator Eamon Courtney, introducing the motion in Parliament. Senator Courtney then spoke about the history of the Port of Belize while it was under receivership.
On January 5th, 2012, that port was put into receivership. 5th of January 2012. And entities like that are put into receivership when it appears that the company cannot pay its obligations and its creditors will put it into receivership. Our receiver is appointed to sell and to manage the asset in the meantime, but to sell to collect for the creditor. Lo and behold, Madam President, that receivership lasted until the 30th of April 2023. 11 years. 11 long years, Madam President. I don't know. It's probably the longest receivership ever in this country. I have no idea. But it led to an unsatisfactory state of affairs, Madam President. The public will be aware that the relationship between management and the stevedores deteriorated during that period of time. There were strikes, Madam President, which had serious deleterious consequences for individuals, for businesses, indeed for the economy of Belize. Efforts to resolve those disputes failed. Court cases were brought against the Stevedores Union, alleging illegal strike, claiming damages for interruption of business.
Senator Courtney then went on to discuss the many shipping woes faced by the private sector where exports and imports of commodities, as well as other goods, are concerned. In light of several lawsuits that have emanated from tension between the management of Port of Belize Limited and their employees, Courtney says that the Bersenio administration met and came up with an urgent solution.
The business community, particularly the productive sector of this country, have been frustrated by the refusal of the management of Port of Belize Limited to do a bulk storage facility to facilitate exports and imports of raw material. Instead of using containers, they would use the appropriate machinery so that ships could pull alongside and receive and deliver things on a roll-on, bulk storage facilities. Madam President, that has had a negative consequence on the productive sector of this country. It has retarded investments to expand exports. It has caused persons who are using that port to move to other facilities at cost. It cannot be disputed. It is not open for debate the absolute necessity for a bulk storage, a bulk facility at Port of Belize. And so, Madam President, in the context of poor labor relations, litigation, strong disagreements between government and management as to what needs to be done, the risks to the economy, the risks to Belizeans, we as a cabinet, we huddled, Madam President. We took advice and we resisted. And Madam President, we decided after mature consideration and deliberation, and based on the advice provided to us, that we needed to act decisively in the public interest. We decided, Madam President, that the time had come to put Belize first. We decided, Madam President, that it's time to restore this essential public asset to public ownership in the hands of the Belizean people.
Chiming in during the debate were Senators Luke Martinez and Kevin Herrera, representing the National Trade Union Congress of Belize and the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, respectively. On behalf of the NTUCB, Senator Martinez spoke about the strained and often contentious relationship between the management of the Port of Belize and its employees, while Senator Herrera pointed out that the private sector organization was not consulted with ahead of the selection of a business representative.
When we receive a presentation from our comrades at the CWU, Madam President, the last was not $1.5 million. Even though this administration agreed via a memorandum of understanding, culpa mea culpa, I'm going to give you back 1.5, is a slap in the face to the workers who have lost millions of dollars, Madam President. Millions, no 1.5 million. But to make matters worse because of the poor industrial relations that exist in this country, and a Minister of Labor who fails, continues to fail, to ensure that we utilize the Labor Act properly and we administer the legal framework that falls under his ministry properly. Because we continue to fail, Madam President, the industrial relations at the port continues to be bitter.
Madam President, it's extremely important for us from the private sector about the management of the port. I think Senator Martinez raised an awesome point just now in terms of representation on the board. It's one thing to say that private sector has representation, it's one thing to say that the unions have representation, but it's another thing to say who exactly is representing the private sector on the board. I just checked with the CEO at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry a little while ago, and she said that they weren't consulted, but again, we're seeing a press release, with members on the board, and I'm just saying that it's important that we take this seriously. I mean, if you want to incorporate the various sectors and get their views, then there are official channels to do that.
This afternoon, the Christian Workers Union held a press conference in the wake of last week's decision by the Briceño administration that it is taking back the Port of Belize from private control. The labor organization welcomes the decision by government to nationalize the port once again. However, there are a number of concerns that the CWU has brought to the table, including the appointment of Elena Smith as the union representative on the newly formed board of directors. Like the business community, the CWU says it was never consulted ahead of the Prime Minister's decision to appoint Smith, a lifelong unionist.
Today, there's another press release that came out that said members have been put on board. Now we want to stick a pin and say interim board. We would like for the Prime Minister to inform us, CW, what is the interim board? What is the term? What are their terms? What the responsibility, the role, and how long they will be in place? Because CW has not gotten an opportunity to put anyone on that board. The unions did not choose. The unions did not choose a representative.
If I'm not mistaken, if I could interject quickly though, I note that Senator Elena Smith has been placed on the interim board as well. And you correct me if I'm wrong, she has been a lifelong trade unionist.
She has been placed there. That placing there may be strategic. We don't know as CW, whenever we go to put people on boards, there is a voting. There has been no voting because we are a member, we are a part, we are an affiliate of the NTUCB, and there has been no voting to nominate, nor elect, nor select Sister Elena. All due respect to her, she has long been a serving member of, and a very good member when it comes to representation. But the process is a process. There has been no election and no nomination.
The Christian Workers Union has made it abundantly clear that while the $400,000 payment pending for stevedores that was frozen by the High Court is welcomed, it is more focused on the collecting monies that were lost when sugar operations were moved from PBL to Big Creek in 2020.
This dispute with this sugar money is clear to be understood with both partners. We sit over it several times. We come that they have to set a board, set a tribunal for give decision. The tribunal, the last and final decision they could make. The decision have made by tribal union, they still can't get a decision, so what to get. They make a decision to go back and discuss what is the quantum of money we need to discuss the payment. That's what we're waiting from. We're not waiting for no 473,000 already have given to us. That kind of garbage box. That is garbage box that already given us to us to go back to work. We come with that with some conditions that we honored. The condition they give the 1.5 under. The year passed that we have, they give 1 year to go on, and that we stick to our rules. So they can understand. We want our sugar redundancy money.
As we have said, this Ashcroft and Belize relations is a self-inflicted one by the government of Belize, both government from time to time, and we recognize that. And the people who have suffered the most are the workers the stevedores, our members. Today we are here to say we are focused 100% on ensuring that our members, our stevedores, get what is rightly theirs. Government at the moment, all the releases are saying that the stevedores are going to get the $473,000 that sits under the injunction. That's welcoming for those stevedores who have not been paid based on the March 6 agreement. But that is nothing to play with, because that is not the sugar money that we've been discussing over the years. And that is what we want to bring 100% focus on.
Coming up, 4 police officers from Bladen 11 are dismissed. We'll have more details when we come back.
Make effortless memories with a Christmas loan from St. John's Credit Union Limited. Members can qualify for up to 3 times their monthly salary. Promotion runs from October 15th to December 15th. Call any of our St. John's Credit Union offices in Belize City, Belmopan, or Dangriga to book your appointment to make your dream Christmas a reality. St. John's Credit Union Limited. Safe savings, smart borrowing.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. This Christmas, choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances. Distributed by Nando's Wholesale.
6 things you should know about dengue. Dengue is a viral disease that, if left untreated, can be fatal in a matter of hours. Dengue virus is transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. This is the same vector that transmits Zika and chikungunya. If you experience fever, headache, muscle pain, rash, nausea, or vomiting, do not self-medicate. Visit your nearest health service immediately. Dengue can be confused with other diseases, so diagnosis must be made in a health center or hospital. To prevent dengue, you should protect yourself from mosquito bites. And to prevent bites, eliminate mosquito breeding sites. Visit our website for more information.
Are you dreaming of the ultimate home makeover? Introducing Design Depot's $25,000 Home Makeover 2024. It could be your home getting a complete transformation. Increase your chances of winning with every purchase made from now until January 31st, 2024. All while enjoying awesome deals happening store-wide. A complete transformation awaits you. Reimagined and redesigned using products from our top-of-the-line brands including Kohler, GE, Oran Windows and Doors, Sherwin-Williams Paint, and tiles from around the world. Don't just dream it, win it. Visit Design Depot today and enter to win the $25,000 Home Makeover 2024. Design Depot, all in one place.
At The Oasis, we believe in the art of celebration. Our exquisite range of wines adds a touch of elegance to every celebration. Elevate your sports night with the finest spirits from The Oasis. Savor the victory with every sip. Love, laughter, and the perfect blend. Whether it's a romantic evening or a casual get-together, our spirits set the mood. The Oasis is your destination for all occasions. Visit us today and discover a world of taste, quality, and elegance. The Oasis, where every bottle tells a story.
Man, ever since everybody heard the next big thing there, the excitement can't done. Everyone wants to know more.
More?
Yes, please. I tell them, say hello to unlimited data, only with Digi. You can now enjoy unlimited data with Digi's postpaid plans, like the Plus plan, which just got cheaper, I might add. The Elite and Max plans also have unlimited data. You can have from 5 to 7 people on your shared plan, with all having unlimited data 24/7. I tell you no, big things. If you're not signed up already, I suggest you sign up now. Make the switch to Digi. The next big thing there, go sign up for your unlimited data. Unlimited is unlimited. Never worry about data again.
My name is Carlton Jack Young, and I've been fishing in these waters for over 40 years. I used to work fishing from I was about 15 years old. I was the #1 fisherman for the Coop for many years. I was a member of the Fishery Advisory Board who makes decisions on these fishing areas.
Fishermen like Jack Young can tell you about a time when it seemed Belize's bounty was never ending.
And when we get alongside the boat and we check, we had 100 mutton snappers.
But he can also tell you about the alarming differences in the number of available reef fish, such as the Nassau grouper, from then to now.
The fishermen, they go out there and they sit there for hours before they could catch some of them. They are not there like they used to.
Nassau groupers reproduce between the months of December and March. To ensure a good catch the following season, fishing of Nassau groupers is closed during the spawning season and carefully regulated the rest of the year. During the open fishing season, Nassau groupers must be landed whole and may not be less than 20 inches or greater than 30 inches. In Belize, there are 13 spawning aggregation sites where Nassau groupers and other reef fish are protected. These are Rocky Point, Monga Key, Dog Flea, Key Buckell, Northern Two Key, Sandbore, South Point, Key Glory or Emily, Northeast Point, Gladden Spit, Nicholas Key, Seal Key, and Rise and Fall Bank. Consumers have a part to play as well. By declining to purchase the critically endangered Nassau grouper, especially non-regulation size, you help ensure populations have a chance to restock. By adhering to regulations and protecting spawning sites, we can support fish stock replenishment and the livelihoods of future fishermen.
If they do it the right way, we might have it for a little longer. But if they don't do proper control, we'll lose it entirely.
Who's my last little bit of paint?
Paint? How can that be a problem? We got you.
You have the exact color?
Definitely.
Attention DIY enthusiasts and professional builders. It's Builders Hardware's Mega Sale, starting October 16th and running through to December 30th. During our Mega Sale, you can enjoy up to 30% off items in our store.
Looking to freshen up your home? Then enjoy 20% off on all paints, wood stains, and accessories. But that's not all. You get a whopping 25% discount on all other items in our store and a massive 30% off selected items. At Builders Hardware, we believe our customers are awesome. And that's why we're committed to providing top-notch service and the highest quality products. So whether you're a seasoned pro or a DIY beginner, we are waiting for you. Builders Hardware Mega Sale from October 16th until the end of the year.
Belize's location is responsible for the amazing biodiversity that we find here, including quite a few endemic species that are found nowhere else in the world.
In fact, 60% of our country still remains forested. It's part of our history, it's part of our heritage, it's part of our culture.
Business has to be a long-term thing, and it has to feed into the environment. We truly believe that without a strong country, you can never have a strong company.
This is going to be a good night for croc catchers.
There has been an increase in the number of suspected drug planes flying out of South America recently. A number of those flights have entered into Belizean airspace, with some going as far as the Turks and Caicos Islands. On Friday, an aircraft departed from South America and within a few hours crossed over into Belize before disappearing from the radar altogether. It was believed that the plane subsequently entered into Guatemala. But when an aerial survey was done on Sunday, the vestiges of an aircraft were discovered in the area of Corazon Creek. Today, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams provided more details during a press briefing.
I must say that over the past few weeks, we're seeing an increase in air traffic activities within the region. Not only for Belize, but there was one that went even as far as Curacao. Turks and Caicos. So Belize, again, being strategically located in Central America, bordering Mexico and Guatemala, do serve as a transit point for drugs to move to the north. And so over the weekend, on the Friday night to be exact, there was a truck that came out of South America, and upon entering our airspace in the south, it disappeared off the radar. Information initially suggested that the plane had landed in Guatemala, but we did not get any confirmation from our Guatemalan counterpart that it landed there. And so, just to be sure, the BDF did a flyover on Sunday, and during the flyover, they observed the burnt remains of a plane in the Corazon Creek area that is located, I think, about 4 miles from the Belize-Guatemalan border. And based on the observation by the BDF that did the flyover, a team of police and BDF went into the area on foot, and I must say that the area is heavily vegetated, extremely rough terrain, and it took them a couple hours to get to the location. But when they finally got to the location, they indeed came across the burnt remains of a plane in that particular area. Nothing else of interest was found. Based on what I am briefed by the team that went in, is that the plane, the remains that was found there, seems to have been recently landed. So I believe that that would have been the plane that that fell off the radar Friday night.
4 police officers who were arrested and charged following the landing of a drug plane on the Southern Highway near Bladen in November 2021 have been dismissed from the Belize Police Department. According to Compal Williams, the termination of their services was not solely the result of charges that were brought against the men.
Could we ask you about the 4 officers from the Bladen 11 who were recently dismissed, resulting in forced department orders? Could you speak about that?
Yes, as you rightly mentioned, that these officers are a part of the Bladen 11. Separate and apart from the accusation against them in respect to the Bladen plane landing, there are also a number of other reports against them. And while, yes, some of those matters are still before the court, and they have been tried in tribunal in some instances and were acquitted, it is our humble view that in light of all these allegations that surrounds these officers, and when you take that and put it alongside the public concern in respect of these officers, how the public see them, it is not a good view for us. So what I did was I had wrote the officers and outlined to them the different allegations against them, and asked them, in light of these allegations, kindly show reasons why you should not be dismissed. Again, it's just a matter of ensuring that they are given an opportunity to be heard.
Last Tuesday, we reported on the escape of a pair of prisoners from the High Court here in Belize City. While accused murderer Hildebrand Codd remains a fugitive of the law, his accomplice, Jesse Mejia, was captured later that same day. It's undoubtedly a black eye for the Belize Police Department. 2 inmates showing up at court for capital offenses and making good their escape from lawful custody by climbing out of a window inside the jury room. This afternoon, Commissioner Williams shared his disappointment over what transpired.
The police department has been doing a lot to secure the citizens of this country. And while, yes, there's a lot of good things that we have done and continue to do, there certainly is room for improvement. And I communicated that just this morning to my commanders in our usual Monday morning conference. I was extremely unhappy when I got the news of the escape of Codd and I think Mejia. That escape for me ought not to have happened. And the police officers who were tasked to stand guard of those prisoners must take full responsibility for their inaction. The reason given to me by the able commander of Eastern Division is one that I cannot accept and will not accept. One of the issues is that the police officers are complaining that the Supreme Court area do not have a cell block. You would know that prior to the hurricane, there was a cell block there, but the hurricane came and destroyed the Supreme Court building. That would be the one on the south wing. And that building is currently under renovation, and so the cell block is not available. But to say that the Supreme Court do not have a cell block as a justification for what took place is unacceptable. Yes, I understand that the prisoners were being kept in a jury room until they would have been called into the court. But again, I would have taken it differently if the prisoners were in the jury room, the police were there, and they overpowered the police and escaped. I would have accepted that. But the police officers simply left the prisoners in the jury room and gone about their business. That, for me, is gross negligence on the part of the police. We tried arduously to make sure that the matter, particularly involving Hillebrand Cad, be successfully prosecuted.
18-year-old Jeremy Wesby was reported missing last week, and since then his loved ones have been searching for him to no avail. It is reported that the laborer of a Belize City address was last seen on December 5th around 6:30 p.m. when he left home to visit a friend nearby. Brown stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, has dread-like hair, and was last seen wearing a black and white Hollister shirt. This afternoon, Assistant Commissioner of Police Alberto Romero shared details of the missing Belize City youth.
On Wednesday, the 6th day of December 2023, Everett Jeban made a missing person report. She reported that she had not seen her son from the previous week. Information is that he went to buy something and then he went missing. Several searches have been done in various areas. We continue to follow several leads, and so far he has not been found. We have one person of interest that we're looking for who we believe may have some information regarding this missing person.
Is that individual a minor?
Not a minor, no.
Is that individual the friend that the mother said he had?
Yes, this person, we know that they know each other and they hang with each other.
A Jamaican national who has been in custody for more than 2 weeks is tonight out on bail. Carlos Higgins has been accused of willfully supplying false information to the Belize Immigration Department. According to the department, on November 23rd, an immigration officer questioned Higgins at the Philip Golson International Airport about his purpose for entering the country. Allegations are that Higgins willfully supplied false information to the immigration officer while being questioned. Higgins appeared before the Belize City Magistrates Court today, 2 weeks after his detention, where it was revealed that he declared his address to be Mandeville, Jamaica. He provided the department his information about his stay in Belize and his occupation. But when authorities asked him to present his flight itinerary to show his return home, the officer noted that his return flight was dated December 1st from Belize to Panama to Santo Domingo. Higgins also claimed to be a resident of Dominican Republic, but he was unable to show proof of his residency. As a result, the immigration officer advised Higgins of the violation he was committing. Thereafter, he was charged for the offense. Higgins pleaded not guilty in court, and his attorney, Norman Rodriguez, is challenging the allegation. According to Rodriguez, Higgins was detained for 9 days before being released into his custody on December 3rd. Rodriguez contended that Higgins checked into a hotel where he stayed until Saturday, December 9th, when authorities visited the hotel, detained and charged him with the offense. Today, Rodriguez asked the magistrate court to dismiss the matter, accusing the Immigration Department of maliciously levering the charge against his client after 9 days of being detained. The court ruled that the department has provided enough evidence against Higgins for a case to be heard. As a result, he was granted bail in the sum of $15,000 plus two sureties of $2,500. Higgins also had to surrender his travel documents to the court. He is set to reappear on February 12th. After the break, Guatemala applies to join in ICJ proceedings over sapodillas. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Christmas, bring joy into your home with Brothers Abet. Throughout December, unwrap amazing deals. Enjoy 15% off all power tools, 15% off all decorative paints, and Mape Tinted and Grout for only $19. 15% off all Pisaforte wall and floor tiles and all Ascot porcelain tiles. And up to 60% off all light fixtures. And that's not all. Every $50 you spend earns you a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Visit us today and celebrate the season of savings. Wishing you a Merry Christmas from our family at Brothers Abet to yours.
What is that sound?
It's the enchanting melody of smart sleigh bells announcing the arrival of Saturday sales. Imagine this. Every Saturday in December, the magic unfolds at smart showrooms countrywide from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Here's the scoop. The first 20 customers get even bigger discounts like phones for as low as $50. Selected postpaid plans get a Samsung device for as low as $99, plus 50% off for 3 months. Make the switch and unwrap a free SIM bundle with SMS, minutes, and data. And if that's not sweet enough, every credit recharge of $50 and up automatically gets tripled up. That's triple the joy. Other promotions also available every Saturday. Don't miss out on the festive fun. Be a part of the celebration every Saturday leading up to Christmas. Smart, bringing people together.
Keycaulker, San Pedro, and Belize City are just a click away with Caribbean Sprinter. Avoid delays by getting your tickets and boarding passes online at sprinter.bz and welcome aboard.
The most cherished gifts aren't always nestled beneath the tree. Provide financial security and peace of mind to your loved ones this Christmas with the gift of a life insurance policy. Contact our office today to explore the optimal life protection plan for you.
Belize's location is responsible for the amazing biodiversity that we find here, including quite a few endemic species that are found nowhere else in the world.
In fact, 60% of our country still remains forested. It's part of our history, it's part of our heritage, it's part of our culture.
Business has to be a long-term thing, and it has to feed into the environment. Do we truly believe that without a strong country, you can never have a strong company?
This is going to be a good night for croc catchers.
Season's greetings to our cherished Channel 5 family.
As the festive lights twinkle
and we gather around the mistletoe,
we reflect on a year of storytelling
that has both challenged and inspired us.
We've launched groundbreaking series
that captivated viewers across the country
and beyond.
We've won prestigious awards
for journalistic and production excellence.
We expanded our community outreach,
touching lives
beyond the screen.
Your loyalty
fuels our passion
for innovation
and drives us to new heights.
Thank you for making our achievements possible as we look forward to creating more memorable moments with you in the coming year.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
Belize Electricity Limited encourages you to enjoy this holiday season by following these safety and energy conservation tips. Inspect each holiday light string for rusted light sockets, cords, and plugs for damages. If you notice any damages, throw away the strings of lights. Consider using LED lights. They remain cool, are more durable, and consume less energy. Use only extension cords certified by Underwriters Laboratories UL for safety. Distribute light strands among multiple extension cords and use power strips. This prevents circuit overload that would otherwise overheat and potentially start a fire. Remember, even when switched off, your decor still consumes small amounts of electricity. So curb the waste by plugging all decorations into power strips and turn off lights when not in use. Finally, when decorating outdoors, always look up and keep ladders away from overhead power lines.
Belize Electricity Limited wishes you a safe and happy holiday season.
The Belize-Guatemala territorial dispute that is before the ICJ will likely take longer than anticipated, since Guatemala has applied for permission to join the portion of the proceedings between Belize and Honduras that will determine sovereignty over the Sapodilla Keys. In November 2022, Belize instituted proceedings on the matter with Honduras, which also has a claim on the islands. In a press release from the ICJ, the court states that in these proceedings, Belize's request of the court is to declare that it has sovereignty over the Sapodilla Keys. But Guatemala believes that Belize's submission in the Belize versus Honduras case overlaps with its submission in the Belize-Guatemala dispute. In its application for permission to intervene, Guatemala contends that it has, quote, a clear interest of a legal nature in the Belize versus Honduras case since it has a long-standing claim over sovereignty over the Zapodillas, which is part of the subject matter of the pending Guatemala-Belize case before the court, unquote. Today, Foreign Minister Eamon Courtney told News 5 that Guatemala's inclusion in the round of presentations would not put that country at any advantage over us to join.
The situation is that we had anticipated that Guatemala would apply to be joined. At present, the application is being considered by our legal advisors, and we expect that they will advise us what to do. It's an application to join, so the court has to take a decision whether they will allow Guatemala to join or not. But it overlaps with the main case, and so there is nothing new or strange about this. It's for the court to determine, but it will take place sometime next year for the court to decide one way or the other whether they will allow Guatemala to join.
As the tensions between Venezuela and Guatemala increases, Guyana increases, that is. Guyana, which is under pressure from neighboring Brazil and a Caribbean trading bloc, has agreed to join bilateral talks with Venezuela. The long-standing dispute between the two South American countries recently deepened after, in the Guyana, the Venezuelan government has claimed sovereignty over the territory, which makes up 2/3 of Guyana and is situated near significant offshore oil deposits. Belize has issued a release expressing concern over the situation. In it, Belize states that the decisions and plans announced by Venezuela directly challenge the sovereignty and territorial integrity of Guyana, and that Venezuela's actions violate well-recognized rules of international law. While Belize has held close diplomatic ties with Venezuela through the past Petro-Caribe arrangement, we have declared our solidarity with Guyana. Today, Senator Eamon Courtney reiterated Belize's position on the matter when we spoke with him.
We have made our position as a country very clear, and we have also joined the resolutions and statements issued by CARICOM. We are emphatically in support of Guyana, emphatically in support of their territorial integrity and their sovereignty. Insofar as Venezuela is concerned, we believe that this process should be resolved through the International Court of Justice, and we will encourage Venezuela to respect that process and in the interim to abide by the interim measures, the provisional measures that were issued. That is to say that nothing should be done to affect what is happening until the court gives its final decision.
While the acquisition of the Port of Belize was supported and passed in the upper house, Senator for the National Trade Union Congress of Belize, Luke Martinez, stressed that the working conditions of the stevedores must also be improved. He highlighted cases where the stevedores work in less than appropriate conditions.
Everyday workers who goes to the Port of Belize, the minute they step on that gungs, they are exposed to some serious threats to their health and safety, occupational safety and health. Leader of government business must be a priority. It must be a priority. I remember, and so allow me, Madam President, to give a quick reflection of when one of those containers fell on a worker. You could imagine that? You could imagine workers swinging on these cranes and the rain, Madam President, no helmet, no straps, no protection. It's just them and the elements, because there is no safety, legislation in this country, Madam President. Madam President, the safety of the residents in that area is equally as important. So we have to look after the health and safety of the workers. We have to look after the health and the safety of the managers who will be there. We have to look after the safety and health of those who live nearby to ensure that the ownership of our port is safeguarded in all aspects.
The permit that Floralia bus line held to conduct runs from the southern Belize expired on Saturday, the result of a court order that was handed down last month. The ruling was that the bus runs were improperly approved by the Transport Board and placed James Bus Line and Griega Line Limited at a disadvantage. Meanwhile, the ministry issued a press release last Friday announcing that the Supreme Court has denied 0 requests to vary the Floralia December 10th deadline. The bus runs that are being affected are the 5:30 departure from Punta Gorda to Belize City, the 6:30 from Punta Gorda to Belize City from Monday to Saturday, and one that leaves Dangriga at 6 a.m. from Belize City from Monday to Saturday. The ministry states that it is committed to working on a solution to minimize a break in the service to commuters. When we return, no phase out in GST tax disappoints many at COP28.
Dear people of Belize, the World Health Organization has certified Belize as malaria-free, and I want to congratulate your country, the government, the Ministry of Health and Wellness, and the National Vector Control Program for its leadership, determination, and the commitment to pursue and finally achieve the elimination of malaria. This is an extraordinary achievement for Belize, and it will also serve of inspiration for the other endemic countries in the Americas. I must also extend my congratulations to the health personnel who for decades dedicated their work to eliminating this disease, and the community health workers, voluntary collaborators, and other actors engaged in the fight against malaria. Belize's success story is a testament to the strengthening core strategies and health system implemented since the 2000s. Belize reported the last indigenous case in 2018, and it has since demonstrated a strong commitment to consolidating and maintaining core interventions and strategies to prevent the re-establishment of malaria. Following the achievement of Paraguay, Argentina, and El Salvador, Belize becomes today the 4th country in the Americas and the 2nd in the Central America to be certified as free of malaria over the last 5 years. There is a great possibility that the elimination of malaria in Central America may turn into reality thanks to the country's efforts and key partnerships in the region. We also recognize Suriname, Mexico, and Dominican Republic as countries in the Americas that are currently approaching the final stages towards elimination of malaria. I would like to encourage Belize authorities to sustain their remarkable achievement in malaria elimination, to continue to advance in the disease elimination initiative promoted by PAHO, and be a model to the rest of the region. The people of Belize should be proud of this success, and I especially would like to thank those partners who contributed to the elimination process. Congratulations to all, and thank you.
Yes, I give her 50 times ending that me have to pay.
Where you going, bruh? The who they stress you out again, Namule?
Boy, I don't believe I the fool again.
Again?
But I mess up this time for real. You really want to?
Yes. I want, yeah.
Can't make it a big deal.
We know what that.
I know how you going now.
Oh, man.
You really want to?
Yeah.
Take my plan, and I give her. I take my plan and put it in a name.
In a name? Wait, so tell me something. You still pay for this plan?
Yeah. But hear this.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize. This plan, I can't left this plan, yeah. This plan, I can't left this plan. Postpaid plan. This plan, I can't left this plan. With Smart Belize, get unlimited data. Smart choice plan can light up your day. Postpaid with eSIM, make everything better. Just visit Smart showrooms today. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. Affordable for everyone. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong.
You know why? Listen, hey, for the best post and prepaid. You know that Smart got you back.
My bad. Wrong commercial.
She could left me for another man. The truth, once I have my plan, once I have my Smart Plus plan, I no worry cause the data strong. I know when you bleed, that's all I need. And you could tell me where you are, but I know I left this plan. Smart have the best services. We post your plan have everything, so you could talk and text unlimited. Come set up your group. We got share plan 1 and 2. Up to 10 friends can connect anywhere. Boom! I can't left this plan. I can't left this plan. The postpaid plan, cause the data really strong. Don't dig it down, 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 don't dig it. Smart, bringing people together.
Season's greetings to our cherished Channel 5 family.
As the festive lights twinkle
and we gather around the mistletoe,
we reflect on a year of storytelling
that has both challenged and inspired us.
We've launched groundbreaking series
that captivated viewers across the country
and beyond.
We've won prestigious awards
for journalistic and production excellence.
We expanded our community outreach,
touching lives
beyond the screen.
Your loyalty
fuels our passion
for innovation
and drives us to new heights.
Thank you for making our achievements possible as we look forward to creating more memorable moments with you in the coming year.
Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
There was a stabbing incident in Keycocker yesterday evening involving two individuals who were socializing at a bar on the island. According to police, the men got into an altercation during which one broke a glass bottle and proceeded to inflict stab wounds on the other before making good his escape. Here's more from ACP Alberto Romero.
On Sunday, the 10th day of December 2023, Keycocker police visited the Keycocker clinic where they found one Evan Haynes with stab wound injuries. He reported that he was at a bar in Keycocker and he had an altercation with a male person who broke a pint and stabbed him. This person was then taken to the KHMH thereafter, and he is now in a stable condition. We have one suspect we are looking for in regards to this investigation. Any motive behind that? No, they were drinking and some dispute, and that is when this person was stabbed. Is it believed that he's fled Keycocker? We are not certain. We are looking for him in Keycocker and other places, but so far he has not been found.
A 16-year-old minor has been arrested and charged along with another suspect for the murder of Denver Montero back in April. Montero, along with several other persons, was socializing near the Hammock Bridge in Gracie Rock when they came under gunfire while being robbed of their belongings. During the incident, Montero suffered gunshot injuries to the body. In the wake of the deadly attack, 35-year-old Tyrone Young, a cab driver of a Mahogany Street address, along with 5 minors, was detained in connection with the incident.
Reference the murder of Denver Montero, which occurred on the 2nd day of April 2023. A 16-year-old minor has been arrested and charged for the crime of murder. This is in addition to one person who has already been charged.
Are those two persons related, the minor and the previous person that was charged? Because I believe...
I cannot confirm if they're related at this time.
Several villagers of Toledo received land papers from the Minister of Natural Resources on Friday at a ceremony in Toledo West, where Area Representative Oscar Requena and Deputy Prime Minister Cordell Hyde explained the process for the people.
We've not been able to help our colleagues in Toledo so much because of the Maya land policy issues, and so we try to be creative, try to be as helpful as possible. Our colleague here, our area representative here, really pushes hard for his people, really fights hard for his people every week on every single issue imaginable, and so we found a way, found an opportunity for them to get some lands. It's 138, I think, to start with 150. And we're going to get some more for them, but really this was an opportunity for us to formally hand over those purchase approvals. It's not, we don't get to do this often because we have so much work, but he wanted to do this formally with his people to signal to them that the work is abreast, the work is earnest, and we'll do all we can to make sure that as many of them get lands as possible.
Today we saw a very diverse cross-section of Belizeans, getting their document one step closer. It's actually the purchase price for them to go in and to pay their purchase price, and thereafter they are going to get their title. And I'm happy that you observed that we have young people, male and female, we have senior citizens. It's a very diverse cross-section of our population, and really many of them are really first-time Belizeans. They are going to be first-time Belizean landowners. They have not had a piece of land, so they are very excited, they're very happy, to be able to get one step closer to owning a little piece of this jewel.
It's been an upsetting day for many vulnerable countries. Climate activists and climate observers today at COP28 in Dubai. The final text for the global stocktake was released late evening, and the first review of the 21-page document shows that the words "phase out fossil fuel" has completely been deleted from previous versions. It instead uses the term phasing down and unabated coal instead of fossil fuels. WWF Climate and Energy calls it disastrous. The Center for Energy, Ecology and Development says, quote, "To say that the latest iteration of the GST text is disappointing would be a grave understatement," end quote. The Alliance of Small Island Developing States, AOSIS, says the latest text is unacceptable and that states must take action. There is one more day left for COP28, and we'll have the final outcome then. Tonight, we'll take a look at pivotal role of Indigenous peoples in addressing climate change. Indigenous communities have historically faced marginalization in climate discussions. Despite the dedicated Indigenous Day at COP28, which highlighted their urgent inclusion, Indigenous voices still struggle to be heard. Hippolyta Novello reports from COP28.
Indigenous communities around the world are stewards of some 80% of global biodiversity. For thousands of years, Indigenous peoples have been devoted to living in balance and harmony with nature. They have observed and learned the behavior of biodiversity. Creating the valuable link between science and Indigenous knowledge contributes to the fight against the climate crisis. And so, one would think that Indigenous peoples would have a seat around the table, a say on what is decided. In previous COPs, Indigenous peoples were kept at the margins. Was it different at COP28 in Dubai?
It is important for Indigenous peoples to be here, although we're here in very small numbers. We are still at the margins. This hasn't changed from previous COPs. I mean, I've said this before and I say it again. Indigenous peoples, unfortunately, we don't wear the pink badges, right? Our badges are limited to the rooms that we can actually get into. And so our lobbying has to be creative. It has to be intense.
December 5th was set aside as Indigenous Day at COP28. Indigenous peoples from all over the world joined to make their voices heard. The day was meant to reinforce the urgency of a fully inclusive, all-of-society approach in the just transition. And for Indigenous people, key to their fight against climate change is accessing financing. Minister of Sustainable Development and Climate Change, Orlando Habet, says Indigenous peoples should be part of the larger conversation.
Absolutely important to have Indigenous people who have been the stewards of many of our forests, especially the conservation of forests, conservation of our water sources. A lot has to be done. I think right now on the global scale, they are asking for also financing because they need to be on the table, but also be able to continue with the conservation of those natural resources. Many times there are also people who are displaced because of climate change. So they need to be around the table to make some of those decisions, and at least, if not the final decisions, to be able to contribute during the consultations.
Christina Koch of the Maya Leaders Alliance says that Indigenous peoples play a crucial role in addressing and adapting to climate change. Their traditional knowledge, passed down through generations, encompasses a deep understanding of local ecosystem and sustainable practices.
The last remaining forested areas, protected areas, tangible nature is found where Indigenous peoples are also found. Much of Indigenous peoples' lands and territories is the focus of many of these conversations. And so it's really impractical to imagine climate solutions without Indigenous people's participation, engagement, knowledge systems, and proposed solutions. Indigenous peoples are already adopting, are already mitigating, are already doing the best we can to continue to protect the last remaining forests.
And many Indigenous communities are directly affected by the impacts of climate change, such as changes in weather patterns, disruption in ecosystem, and threats to their traditional ways of life. Recognition of Indigenous rights, inclusion of their knowledge in climate action plans, and collaboration with these communities are essential for effective climate change mitigation and adaptation strategies. Dean Bebe, a climate activist of Zimbabwe, says that efforts to address climate change must prioritize the voices and needs of Indigenous peoples.
This means a lot for the Indigenous people in Africa because already climate change is here. And the fossil fuels are the main driver of biodiversity loss. And we're losing our heritage and our forests. And as a result, our culture and our understanding of how we interact with the environment. And what this has provided is not only extraction of just simply resources, but extraction of our cultures. And which is why we need a holistic way to build towards a pathway that is both based on equity, justice, and also mindfulness for humanity.
Indigenous people need to be around the table.
Indigenous people need to be invited. They need a voice. At the end of the day, it is the Indigenous people that eventually paved a path for us to develop, and it's Indigenous knowledge that will help us to preserve the burning world currently right now.
If you come on the global scale and you see the amount of Indigenous peoples all around the world, our stories are very similar, if not identical. And it is because as key actors in the protection of forests and the stewardship of lands and territories, we are the real actors. We are doing many things that has lent itself to the protection of these places. And so, yes, there is much to learn from Indigenous people's knowledge systems, from their ways of knowing and being.
Restoring biodiversity can offer over 30% of the required mitigation efforts to attain the 1.5 degrees Celsius target by 2030. Nature plays a pivotal role in mitigating climate-related risks like floods and fires. Preserving natural ecosystem not only presents opportunities for approximately $10 trillion in new businesses ventures, but also has the potential to generate nearly over 400 million new jobs. According to Saina, a Russian singer and a member of the indigenous peoples in the Siberian region, and Gerson Paredes of Rios to River, it's time to listen to Earth and save it.
I think it's a message for peoples around the world. We are children of Mother Earth, and we have one team with Mother Earth, and we need to listen her vibration, her breath, because it's so important for us, for peoples, and it's high vibration, and it's harmony, it's balance, and all problems because we don't listen Mother Earth's vibration, and this it's mistake.
Save the mother earth, save the mother sea, save the mother water, save the brothers trees, save the children of the world. Here, the original peoples of the world. This is the holy meeting, the Eagle and the Kuni.
Reporting from COP28 in Dubai, Hippolyta Novello, News 5.
This reporting was delivered in partnership with the Commonwealth Foundation. Read more at commonwealthfoundation.com.
Up next, let's meet Gimme 5's 2023 Grand Prize winner.
Golden Bay is the place to be this Christmas season. Shopping for the whole family is an amazing experience when you do it at the right store. You can get Christmas ornaments and trees, small kitchen appliances, home fixtures, rechargeable toys, kitchen and bathroom supplies, baby supplies, food items, and much more. We're open on Monday to Saturday at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Sundays, you can enjoy a whopping 10% off everything from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Shop in stores or contact us at 223-1339 or WhatsApp us at 635-1624. Shop today for more only at Golden Bay.
These will offer you coping mechanisms when dealing with violent situations.
That is a very simple phone number that you can store in case of any emergencies.
Violence exists in the form of corrective rape.
Welcome Marines as the totally new HD member.
We realize that success in agriculture isn't just about land and access to finance. We realize that we have members who have issues of domestic abuse, who have issues of child sexual abuse in their families. We've noted that the barriers and the obstacles are quite different for women and girls than for men. And this is why we decided to take a holistic approach.
Violence against women and girls is an issue for me because I think it is used as measures of control and it is a reinforcement of negative power dynamics. All people, especially women who have been experiencing discrimination and injustice for quite some time, deserve to be afforded physical, emotional, financial, and mental stability and safety.
There are a lot of persons who don't understand the dynamics, of violence against women and girls. And so there's always need for advocacy and education to keep the awareness.
Economic empowerment, that's what we've been focused on day one. We've focused on creating opportunities, economic opportunities for women to establish themselves as independent business owners. On top of that, we've also created and ensured that we create male allies in their families, whether it's their husbands, their partners, and so forth, to understand the rights of women and to also understand and upskill themselves as supportive partners of these women and girls.
We need to educate young men and women within our society today, engage them in a one-on-one interaction, educating them about the different types of domestic violence that we have within our society, and teaching them how ending violence against women and girls can help within our future generation in preserving the future for women.
I believe it's important for persons to be aware of the positive enforcement and policy shifts in that of legislation, because this is what brings about change. This is what brings about the change in people's mindsets, and knowing that there are legislation, there are enactments of bills that advances the rights of women and girls.
Everyone has a part to play. If we see or hear something, we shall say or do something.
We have to stand up and make the changes ourselves to set the example for everyone else.
I will continue to play my part by advocating to end violence against women and girls.
We all need to make sure that we help to fight to eliminate violence against women and girls in our society.
What grows together, goes together. Let's stand in solidarity to fight violence against women and girls.
Everyone has a part to play.
Everyone has a part to play
in ending violence against women and girls.
Apply now for an undergraduate degree in animation, film or journalism at the Caribbean School of Media and Communication at the University of the West Indies, Mona. For more information, visit www.mona.uwi.edu/apply.
For all of last week, Channel 5 fans and supporters took part in the annual Gimme 5 show, where winners won great prizes. It was Channel 5's 33rd anniversary, and Gimme 5 is a prize-giving show that we have been airing for all these years, giving our viewers a chance to take home valuable gifts. Today, the big winner is a nurse, and she came to collect her prizes, including a 55-inch television. Wendy Joseph told us how it played out for her.
They called me and I said, "Gimme 5."
So when they started to list what you had won, what went through you?
I never hear everything fully. I had to go back and watch the live, and I got excited all over again. The only thing I heard clearly was that I got a 55-inch TV.
You heard that?
That's what I heard, but everything else I had to rewatch the live. And
so what else did you win?
I got a 55-inch TV. I got a gift certificate for a 2-night stay from Naya's. I got a teeth cleaning from Smile, I think. And a gift package from Grace. I got a cleaning package. I got a wine set from my disco. I got an Air Force tennis. I got a lot of nice stuff. And I got $500 cash.
Yeah, I'm seeing a slow cooker. I'm seeing a food hamper.
Cooker as well. I got a gift certificate for a ham and a turkey. Me and my coworker, we came here and we got the tickets. We filled them out right here, cut them out and put them in the box. And the Friday I was watching it at home and my phone went dead. My dad started to watch regular TV, and like later in the night I turned on my phone like 10. And a little bit after that, like 10 minutes after, I got a call from an unknown number. And I said, well, it only could be Gimme 5. And I just said Gimme 5. And I won.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook, and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. From all of us here at News 5, have a good night.